Hey YouTube, this is Vo Show. We finna get into smear campaigns. Now, this is how they catch your neighbors up, and they have proxy warriors, proxy zombies against you. So this is what they do, and we're just going to expose the mind of a narcissist and how they get their flying monkeys and they create smear campaigns against you.
So the narcissist and the flying monkeys are people who are used to do the narcissist bidding, right? They are people who the narcissist will feed information to, get information from. Most of the time, most often, I would say, they're even people who don't know this is going on and they don't know that they are participating in something that is gossip, that is basically being fed back to the narcissistic person in order to get information, right? They think they're just being someone's friend. The narcissist, as we know, isn't a very good friend. They're not someone that can have a relationship or relate to another person because they can't relate, because they have no empathy, and they are actually using their friend in order to get information about you or about somebody else that they are using and seeking supply from in a negative way. So the smear campaign happens when a narcissist decides they have no more control over you. When they realize that control is diminished, when they realize that they have no way to manipulate you any further, they will start the smear campaign. The smear campaign gives them a huge amount of power and a huge amount of control because it affects your life even when they're not in it, right? It affects that you're feeling safe, you're feeling secure, it knocks your stability out from under your feet with your friendships, your job, other people in your life, your family, the community, and all of that. They will smear your name in order to keep control of you, in order to keep you at their mercy, and in order to make you have fear. So let's talk a little bit about that today. Hey, Sunny. We'll talk a little bit about that and what you can do about it. So this is going to be real shorty today, but we'll go. Okay, so they choose a person to be a major flying monkey, right? Somebody that they can trust, that others will trust. Does that make sense? They're not going to choose someone like themselves because they usually know people don't believe everything they say, right? They usually know that they're having to defend themselves and they're having to put on the charm and they're having to, or they're angry, aggressive people, and they know people will be like, yeah, but you're kind of that way, right? So they'll choose someone sweet and innocent. They'll choose someone that seems very social, someone influential, someone that other people see as safe, other people aren't threatened by. They'll choose that person, they'll befriend that person, they'll start instilling trust in that person. In other words, they'll share commonality, they'll share experiences. Say they are, let's just make up a scenario of like a female narcissist going through a divorce. She may seek out a female friend who is also struggling in their relationship with her husband. She will relate and bond with that person through the common suffering that they're feeling, right? Through the common thing of a bad marriage. Then they will proceed to talk about, say, the husbands and the problems that they're having in marriage. The other person, not being a narcissist, is probably feeling like they finally found someone they can vent to, they can discuss with, they can, like a friend, right? The narcissist is seeing it as if they have someone that believes them. They have someone that will take their side, and they have someone they can use to throw into the ring as someone that will smear their husband. Does that make sense? Or their wife, whatever it is. So they choose a person, they choose pretty wisely often. They'll find someone that isn't so up in the influence part of the circle, but maybe someone people trust. And they will befriend them, they will relate to them. And they will get that, they're grooming that person to believe that they're the victim, to believe that they're the ones who were wronged, blah, 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 right? So then they start the gossip with that person. They maybe they really start talking about stuff that happened. Remember, you have to remember number one thing when the narcissist is they live in a world of delusion. So the lies they tell are the truths they live. If this makes sense, they know they're lying. I think some of them, but they are fabricating enough truth into it. They're blending enough truth into it. So say you fought a lot with your narcissist. Say you were reactive to them, and they would say, well, she or he was crazy, and they were always yelling, and they were doing this. They wouldn't talk to me. They would give me the silent treatment. They use things to make themselves look innocent to this other person, right? So they're painting the picture of victimhood or being wrong often, in order to smear you later. So what they're doing is they're getting this person to believe that you're the abuser, or you're the toxic one, or you're an alcoholic, you're cheating, you're a drug addict, you're a thief, whatever it is they're saying about you. They're getting this person to believe it through the delusion that they live in the first place, right? So then they start the gossip with that person. They don't say, go tell someone, go tell their boss, go tell all their friends. They don't do that, because then that person would be like, okay, you're losing it, right? No, they say it so cunning, in such a way of like, oh, you're not going to believe what my ex did this time. You're not going to believe what he's doing with the kids. You're not going to believe what she, And so, right? So that other person is sitting there going, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I thought I knew that person. They seemed so nice. All those years we were hanging out together, and I never knew this was going on. I'm so glad you confided in me. So you see, they're building trust. That other person is trusting. That other person is being shown, quote, vulnerability, right? They're being shown the softness of this narcissist, the pain, the vulnerability, which is delusional, okay? Because they're the ones causing all of the problems, right? They're the ones, we know all the stuff they do, so we're not going to go into that today, but we're going to assume that we're dealing with this person is a narcissist, and this is how it works, okay? So once they have that person befriended and close in their close little circle, they start sending them out into the world. They've convinced this person that they're right? They convinced this person that their delusion, even though they don't call it their delusion, they call it their truth, is right, and that they are righteous in what they feel. And then, meanwhile, they're love bombing this person, right? Basically, they are grooming. And they send this influencer out into the community, out into the groups, oh, did you see so-and-so this weekend? Oh my gosh, I haven't seen them since the marriage, right? You see, it plants a seed. They plant a seed. Oh, you're gonna go camping with blah blah blah. Oh wow, I haven't done that since I was married. Plants a seed. That person goes and says, oh, I really wish so and so could have been here, but they haven't been here since the marriage. Did you hear what's going on? Oh my gosh, I can't believe that he's that way, or I can't believe that she did those things. The person gossips, thinking that they're just talking, thinking that they're just. They know it's gossip, I'm sure, on some level, but you see, it works. It's like, think about it from our perspective. If we were telling someone about the narcissist, it can sound like gossip, right? If we're telling someone, oh my gosh, did you know so-and-so's husband is a narcissist? Especially if you're telling someone that knows about this stuff, right? You're kind of gossiping, right? But you're also trying to support your friend and saying, they may need some extra support right now. That's where I'd be coming from anyway. I'd be like, okay, they're going through something which was an abusive relationship, and they think they may need some extra support right now. And then I drop it. But a flying monkey has been groomed with all this drama and all this, so much stuff, right? They go out and they share the information. That information is taken from that little pod of few friends that are out doing something, and then trickles out into your social world, into your entire social circle, into your church circle, into your work circle, wherever the heck they are smearing you. The narcissist is smearing you. This is like a smear by proxy, right? They're taking someone, they're using them, sending them out, and infecting everybody else with a bunch of lies. Infuriating, frustrating, terrifying. It makes me all agitated and shaky just talking about it, because when it's happening to you, you're not only victimized, you can't turn to your friends. You've lost your support. They have knocked your support out from under your feet. They have taken away your ability to feel grounded and rooted in your friendships, in everything you've ever known. They may take friends who have been friends with you for 20, 30, 40 years, right? 10 years, whatever. It's not strangers that are believing this stuff. They're getting into people's deep social circles and infiltrating with lies through the smear campaign, through using flying monkeys. So what do you do? What can you do? What can you do? Number one thing I will say is get support through a group of people who understand what's going on. Join this family group, talk about it. Join any of our family groups. We have a bunch, so a lot of times it's even like our group for co-parenting.
Okay, so that's what flying monkeys do. That's what the smear campaigns do.
Because oftentimes
And I think the smear campaigns are actually a lot deeper than even what she can even say. So this is what we're dealing with gang stalkers and everything else. Peace. In a minute.
And you have to